They didn't vanish overnight. They were carried away, scattered, absorbed. 10 tribes of Israel, once united, seemed to disappear from the pages of history. Or did they? From ancient exile to modern legends, the story of the lost tribes is one of mystery, survival, and identity. Where did they go? And why does their story still matter today? Let's unveil the enigmatic journeys of the lost tribes of Israel. After the reign of King Solomon, a political and spiritual schism tore the nation apart. Israel divided into 2 separate kingdoms. To the north was the Kingdom of Israel, home to 10 of the 12 tribes. To the south was the Kingdom of Judah, comprising the tribes of Judah and Benjamin. The northern tribes, despite their rich heritage, repeatedly turned away from their covenant, embracing idolatry and injustice. Prophets like Amos and Hosea delivered powerful warnings, pleading with them to return. But the warnings were ignored. Judgment was coming not as a complete annihilation, but as a scattering. A dispersion that would echo through millennia in 722 BC. That judgment arrived. The formidable Assyrian Empire, a military machine of the ancient world, conquered the northern kingdom. The Bible, in the book of 2 Kings, records what happened next. The Israelites were deported from their homeland, relocated, and scattered across the vast territories of the Assyrian Empire. This wasn't a random act. It was a deliberate and brutal imperial strategy. The Assyrians aimed to break national identities, erase collective memories, and crush any hope of future rebellion. By forcibly moving and mixing populations, they diluted cultural and religious bonds. Over time, as the generations passed, the exiled tribes intermarried with local peoples, assimilated new customs, and gradually faded from recorded history. It is because of this fading, this historical silence, that they became known as the lost tribes. But what does lost really mean in this context? It's crucial to understand that lost does not mean destroyed, wiped out, or forgotten by God. It simply means they were removed from their ancestral land, disconnected from the meticulous tribal and genealogical records kept in Jerusalem, and culturally absorbed into other nations. They were lost to the historical record. But Scripture speaks a different truth. Prophets like Ezekiel and Isaiah, writing long after the exile, foretold a future regathering of all 12 tribes. They were lost to the annals of human history, but they were never lost to God. His covenant promises, they insisted, extended to the whole house of Israel, scattered though they may be. This idea of a scattered but surviving people has fueled centuries of legends, migrations, and fascinating claims of descent across the globe. From the highlands of Ethiopia to the mountains of Afghanistan, groups have emerged with traditions linking them to the exiled tribes. The Beta Israel of Ethiopia, for instance, have a long and powerful history identifying as Israelites. The Pashtun tribes of Afghanistan and Pakistan possess oral traditions and customs that resonate with ancient Israelite practices. We also find communities in India, like the Bnai Manosh, and even legends across Europe and Asia hinting at an Israelite heritage. History is incredibly complex, and not every claim can be definitively proven with DNA or documents. But the persistence of these cultural memories, names, and rituals shows echoes of an ancient identity, a testament to the enduring power of story and heritage across continents and centuries. Beyond historical claims, the story finds its ultimate trajectory in biblical prophecy. The prophets consistently spoke of a future day of restoration. They envisioned a time when God would gather the children of Israel from all the nations where they had been scattered. This wasn't just a political dream, it was a spiritual one. The division between the northern and southern kingdoms would finally be healed. Ezekiel's powerful vision of two separate sticks, one representing Judah and the other representing Israel, being miraculously joined into one single stick in God's hand, is the ultimate symbol of this hope. The prophecy points not to a new empire or political dominance, but to a profound covenant restoration, a spiritual homecoming where the family of God is made whole once again. This theme of an expanding, inclusive identity finds its fullest expression in the New Testament. The focus shifts from strict genealogy and bloodlines to something even more profound: faith. The Apostle Paul, in his letters, introduces the beautiful metaphor of grafting. He explains that believers from all nations, the Gentiles, are grafted into the olive tree of God's people, sharing in the nourishment and promises originally given to Israel. This doesn't erase or replace Israel's unique story, it completes it, bringing the promise of a global family to fruition. The journey of the lost tribes serves as a powerful reminder. While heritage is important, true identity is not just something you inherit, it is something you live out in faith and commitment. So, why does this ancient story still hold such power for us today? The saga of the lost tribes speaks directly to the core of the modern human experience. We live in an age of displacement, diaspora, and a universal search for belonging. So many people feel disconnected, uprooted, or unsure of where they fit in. The story of the tribes tells us that you can be scattered and still be remembered. You can feel disconnected from your roots and still be called into a greater family. It's a message of profound hope that resonates with anyone who has ever felt lost. The lost tribes of Israel are not just a historical cold case or an unsolved mystery.